What is going on, everyone? James Larsen here with the XFL Newsroom One-on-One as always, and today I had the privilege of speaking with Michael Badejo, defensive end coming out of Texas Southern, looking to get to the XFL this year. He's in the XFL Draft Pool. Great interview, but before we get to that, to the intro. Welcome, everyone, back to the XFL Newsroom One-on-One. James Larsen here, as always, joined today by Michael Badejo. How you doing today, man?
Man, I can't complain. I appreciate you having me, man.
Great to have you on the show. Of course, brought you on to talk football, which is obviously a passion of ours. I'd love to hear what got you into playing football.
Man, it's just something I just love doing, man. Just being able to be aggressive on the field without getting in trouble, man. To be honest, I tell a lot of people that, but it's just a game that, I just love it. I tried basketball, track, but football just caught my attention.
I love that. Football is such a fun sport. I'd love to hear, what was your journey as you hit, middle school, high school? What got you into wanting to pursue this full time?
Yeah, so I went from playing running back, quarterback, and then moved down to play defensive line, linebacker. So, it was just something I just fell in love with, something I've been playing my whole life, Pee Wee, all the way up to now, to professional. It was just something that, I chose out of all the rest of the sports. It was just something I just fell in love with.
That's awesome. So I see, correct me if I'm wrong, I see you went to Timberview High School. It seems like you played multiple positions there. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was cool. It was a coaching idea. The coaching staff, it moved me around, from offense, defense, even playing special teams. That was a cool experience and a great experience, just for like college scouts to see that I can, I'm versatile. I can play a lot of positions. So, that was smart of them doing that. Even though I was kind of young at the time, I didn't know what they were doing, but, they was teaching me, how to play these positions. It helped me out in the long run.
Right. What were like your favorite positions to play in high school?
Man, I love quarterback. Man, I love quarterback. Like I never would put a ball. I would always just run it. They always put me back there, just one of those guys, just to, go get a first down, go score real quick, something like that. I love running back. I played a freshman my sophomore year. That was fun
Okay.
too. And I kind of like them all, but but it was fun.
Right. I mean, football's football. So whatever position you can play, you're gonna play for sure. Um, so you have a good career there at Timberview, and then you move on to SMU, and that's where you kind of more shift into your defensive side completely as a linebacker and edge rusher. What was that process like for you ending up there?
Yeah, I always wanted to be close home. I'm from Arlington, Texas, which is, about 20 minutes from SMU. So, I wanted all my family, all my friends to come to the games, kind of be at all the home games. Just playing defensive end, it's an experience, it's fun, learning the fact that you can, like I said, you can hit somebody without, what I'm saying, getting in
Right.
trouble. They might throw flags and stuff, but what I'm saying, clean football, of course. But, just the experience of just playing defense, just being violent, it's fun. I love that, when I moved to linebacker, they dropped me into coverage. It's fun. Being able to get an interception or get a PBU, something like that. It's fun. So it was a beautiful experience over there.
I love it. Yeah, so I know you're at SMU, and then there's a couple of years where things were a little bit uncertain. Of course, COVID was right in the middle of all of that with 2020. Have you heard of COVID? It was kind of a big deal in 2020. So you have some off years there, and then you transfer to Texas Southern. You have some great years there. What was that process like for you? What was the decision there?
Yeah, I think it was just the best decision for me just to transfer out. Just get some more playing time. More film for myself. When I got to Texas Southern, I knew it was home. Meeting the players and the staff, even people in the school. It was just an amazing feeling for me, and I felt like I fit. you know, just learning the new plays, what I'm saying, learning how players move, just learning the culture, basically. And, I kind of bought in pretty quick.
That's awesome. So yeah, you have a good career there. Your final year, I mean, 28 tackles, you had a few sacks, forced fumbles, so you put up some excellent numbers there, and that led to some professional opportunities for you. I know you've had a few tryouts with NFL teams. We had the MLFB thing come and go this year. What's that process been like for you since coming out of college and just trying to find that next step, that next opportunity?
Yeah, it's really been crazy to be honest. Just going through this whole process. Going through that NFL route. Not getting picked up. So you gotta keep your head down, and keep stay motivated through the whole thing. I went the MLB route. Which I thought was gonna be the best route for me. To get my film out there. Started making some noise. I see a lot of media stuff saying that I was gonna be like preseason defensive player of the year for the team. So that was kind of exciting to see that, and just to go out there and just show people. What Michael Badejo can do. But sadly the league shut down. I still had some film. I was able to put it up to where it got me where I'm at now, getting this XFL invite.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, of course, the whole MLFB thing is kind of controversial, and we don't know everything going on behind the scenes with that. But it is great to see that at least led to other offers, and that leads right into my next question, which is you get the XFL Draft Invite, which is awesome. I mean, that first and foremost, I mean, you mentioned you're from the Arlington area. They're setting up base in Arlington, so that's pretty special. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the league, the XFL, being able to play for Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like, what are your thoughts on that, and what's your goals in the XFL?
Man, that's a huge opportunity. Like I said, it's home base in Arlington, Texas. So, I already got to stand up for that. So that's huge. But just being able to play professional football, being able to play football again, it's a blessing, man. Just to go out there and rack up some film. XFL is just a start. It's not somewhere I want to just stay at. The bigger goal is NFL. So I just want to rack up my film and just get where I need to be. Like my mom would always tell me, like, it's a story. If it was easy, it wouldn't be a story. So,
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm getting it out the mud, getting it out the dirt right now. And it's a fun experience. You know what I'm saying? It could be stressful at times, but it's fun.
Absolutely. I mean, and all of these guys that I talk to, like people have the wrong idea about football, and that's kind of why I love to do shows like this because a lot of people just, they think they wake up like Tom Brady, throw a few passes, win a Super Bowl, get a $50 million contract, and in
Yeah.
reality, I mean, like 1% of college players make it to the NFL. Like, I mean, these guys are just out there like you, just grinding every day. So it's a long process. I'd love to hear, what some of the lessons you've learned along the way, because obviously you've had some high highs, you've had some low lows, some tough times with different leagues, different opportunities just not working out. What are some of the lessons you've learned that have shaped you into who you are today?
I think it just comes down to one simple thing. I say it all the time. Everything happens for a reason. Just going through this whole process, I didn't get what I wanted to get. You know, I got MLFB, it got shut down. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Boom,
Right.
XFL draft came. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just happens for a reason. And a lot of blessing comes. I was going through a little storm. I was just talking to one of my homeboys. I was like, man, like a lot of things keep hitting me right now. I think the Lord is putting me through a storm right now, but a blessing is coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I never have a negative mindset, even if like I'm having a bad day. There's always a positive mindset in my head because something good always gonna come.
I love that. So obviously, the next step, hopefully, with the X will be the XFL, and that'll lead you to other places. I'd love to hear if you have any advice to give to some other players who are in your same shoes, right? You're just doing everything you possibly can to get an opportunity, and sometimes it's a little bit discouraging. What would be your advice to them?
Man, just stay down. Just keep working. It might be some times where you feel like you're not getting the look you need, you're not getting the content you need. Just keep working because at the end of the day, we got to use the social media platform as much as possible. You got to show scouts and coaches that you're still active, you're still working out, you're still doing community service. Show them who you are. So that's my biggest thing. I show the world that I'm working out still. I'm still doing content with my clothing brand. I got B1 Collect. That's my clothing brand on Instagram. So I'm a marketing major, so I do a lot of things with that as well. I'm having a lot of community service, and I'm about to pull up and send that out on social media as well. So it's just showing that I'm active, even though I'm not with a team right now. So
Right.
I think for everybody, just keep showing the world that say you're worth it. Keep showing the world that you need a shot.
I love that. And actually, I'm a marketing major too, so I love to hear that. We're brothers there. So actually, I love it. You mentioned that B1 clothing line. What's that been like for you? Obviously, a little bit different than your football, but it's tied in to football, of course. So, uh, if you have anything to share about that, go right ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, so B1 Collect, I kind of started it around, a few months before the NFL draft. Me and my homeboys were talking. They said it would be a great idea for me to go ahead and start that up and, just get something that represents me more than football for the whole world to, see or get. So I started B1 Collect. I made a logo. I put it in the front and on the back. It says everything happens for a reason. Kind of what I told you earlier.
Right.
Everything happens for a reason. It's simple, but it holds so much weight. Like I said, you could be having a bad day, man. Something good's about to come. Everything happens for a reason. So the brand is really like a motivational brand. I'm gonna add more motivation on the back of the t-shirts, so I won't just put everything happens for a reason on each t-shirt or shorts. But it's definitely a motivational brand. It's something just to keep people uplifted and just to keep going.
That's awesome. I love that. And that's what's so great to see with football. Like football is inspiring people like you to create other brands that motivate people. It's such a special sport and it just brings people together and it's so awesome to see. You've been playing football for a long time. What would be some of your favorite memories from your journey so far?
Man, getting my first touchdown as a quarterback. My very first touchdown. I want to say it was high school too, my freshman year. That was beautiful. It was a 99-yard touchdown. I
Oh
just
man.
ran it. I just ran it myself. But yeah, I'll never forget that. Defensive wise, of course, probably my first sack. My first sack was a sack and a forced fumble. And then my teammate ran it back to the crib. So I'll never forget that. That was my junior year in high school.
So as we wrap things up here, getting close, I'd love to hear if you had an opportunity to play for the XFL Arlington team, is that something that would be like, is that kind of your goal right now? I mean, because you're from the area.
I mean, I don't really mind which team I play for. It doesn't matter. As long as I get the opportunity to just go out there and just play the game I love. That's all I ask for. Like, of course, it'll be cool to play for my home team. Bring the city out and all that. But at the end of the day, I feel like if somebody or a group of people really support me, they'll support me from a distance or they'll come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See me play wherever I'm at. So it really doesn't matter to me.
All right. I love it. And final question I got for you. What sets you apart from other guys in the same position as you? What sets you apart from the other guys in the XFL draft pool?
I'm just a guy that's more mentally ready than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of forgets the mental part, and they always think like the physical part is the main thing. If you get your mentals right, your physical part kind of collides with it as well. So I just feel like I'm a guy that's I'm mentally ready. When it comes to anything, physically, of course, that's anybody can do that, but mentally, that's probably the hardest thing to control. And I
Right.
feel like I got that now down 110%.
I love it. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for joining me today on the show. For all the viewers who are either on the website xflnewsroom.com or watch it on YouTube, what's the best way to follow along your journey on social media?
Yeah, so my Instagram is my last name, Badejo, Baadeejo. My clothing brand is B1 Collect, and then my Twitter is the real Badejo.
Perfect. All right, we'll make sure to have all that stuff linked here in the video and down in the description below. Michael, thanks again so much for joining me on the show today, and to all the viewers on the XFLnewsroom.com or on YouTube viewing this, appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe for more shows just like this one, and we'll see you again soon. No time to waste. Tonight's the night. Fast pace, highlight, leave it all on the line. Just the way that you like.